Yo, what's up, guys? Good win for the Dallas Cowboys last night. I think we could all agree it was a good win, not a great win. Obviously, the biggest question mark going into this game would be if the Dallas Cowboys defense could stop the run. And luckily enough, they were able to, only holding the Giants to 26 yards rushing. But what really surprised me is that the Giants only handed off the ball 14 times in this game. Knowing how weak the Dallas Cowboys run defense is, I'm surprised the Giants didn't run it more. But I ain't complaining, guys. But the bigger concerns was that when the Giants were throwing the football, Daniel Jones looked comfortable in the pocket. The Cowboys didn't pressure him too much, and he was able to find Malik Neighbors 12 times for 115 yards, and DAL Robinson 11 times for 71 yards. Daniel Jones had a pretty decent game, but the Giants couldn't just score a touchdown. But I gotta say, man, this kid Malik Neighbors, what a stud this kid is. He is an absolute baller, man. The Giants have themselves a number one receiver for a long time, and this kid is an absolute stud. I was thoroughly impressed with his game yesterday. He is going to be one of the best receivers in the future moving forward. He has 34 receptions, which is second most ever for a rookie receiver in NFL history. So very impressive numbers by the kid Malik Neighbors. But for me as a Cowboys fan, seeing that happening against the Giants, who are not that very good, concerns me moving forward against the tougher opponents when we play teams like Detroit, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Houston, etc., right? So I'm not very confident going into the games moving forward. But speaking of offense, I thought the Cowboys' offense looked pretty good last night. Dak Prescott had another impressive game, 22 for 27, 221 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. I thought Dak looked really accurate. He looked composed in the pocket. I thought a really solid game. CD Lamb, good game for him as well. 7 receptions for 97 yards. Good game for CD and a touchdown, of course. He responded after not a very good game against the Baltimore Ravens. So I thought they both responded well. And another concerning thing was the penalties. The Cowboys got 11 penalties for 89 yards. The Cowboys have to sort that out. Mike McCarthy needs to get these guys disciplined, because if they commit too many penalties against the better teams, they will absolutely suffer moving forward, especially on drives when they're trying to score touchdowns. If they commit holding penalties, that'll absolutely bury their drives, and the Cowboys will have no chance to win any games moving forward. Cowboys did enough to win this football game, but obviously the concerns now are moving on the defensive side with guys like Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence. Trayvon Diggs left the game early because of dehydration. Well, I just found out now that DeMarcus Lawrence, his foot injury, he's going to miss multiple weeks. So we know DeMarcus Lawrence ain't going to be around for a while. Micah Parsons most likely won't be around for a while. He's probably got a high ankle sprain. So I probably don't expect to see Micah Parsons till after the bye week, when we probably play the 49ers, if we're lucky enough. But guys, I have to say this though, another good win for the Cowboys. The Cowboys now move to 14-1 against the Giants since 2017. An incredible record. We've been dominating them for so many years. You know, Dak Prescott is 13-0 against them. He's only 4 wins away from breaking the record for most consecutive wins against an opponent. You know, the only sad part about this game, guys, was that unfortunately Brandon Aubrey missed his first field goal ever for 50-plus yards. The guy was on an incredible streak of 16 for 16. I have to say, man, what a kicker this guy is. But moving forward, though, the guy's human, of course. He's going to miss one here and there. But moving forward, though, guys, knowing that we have a kicker who can kick it from 60-plus in important matchups where you need 3 points, it's always comforting knowing you have a guy who can kick it that deep. Now, the concern is, guys, the schedule coming up. We got a lot of difficult teams coming up. We got to go to Pittsburgh. Okay, we got Detroit, then we got a bye week, we got the 49ers, then Atlanta, then Philadelphia, and then Houston. Okay, it's a death valley of games, guys, coming up for the Cowboys. And the fact that we are losing probably our most important defensive player in Micah Parsons is not a good sign for this Cowboys team. But they just have to take it one game at a time right now. They got the victory last night. Thank God they did, because they needed it. Much needed win. Cowboys are back to 500 at 2-2 now. Giants fall to 1-3. And now the Cowboys have to focus on going to Pittsburgh and hopefully getting a win against that very good defense. A very, very good defense. I'm hoping the Cowboys can score more than 20 points in this game, because if they do not, it's going to be a long night for us Cowboy fans. But guys, good win for the Cowboys. Very exciting to see what happens next week. We'll have to see what happens, but It's going to be a very interesting game to see Cowboys and Steelers. It's a historic matchup, of course, through the years that they played each other. It's always nice to see the Cowboys and Steelers go head-to-head. They only play each other once every four years, I'm pretty sure. So it's going to be a good matchup. Let's just hope it's not an ugly game, guys. But, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. As always, click like if you like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Go Cowboys, go. And remember, guys, if you do not watch sports, you're a more. Ciao, guys.